Yep, I'm ready.
All right. Last session, we ended with you setting up camp close to passing the Whispering Graveyard, the place where you found the key to Sophie's, and you decided to visit Sophie because you're trying to figure out what to do with Slip and Mary, who seem to have succumbed to some sort of curse that is making them very sick and preventing them from really doing much. You ended the day basically by going to Sophie's to see what's up, and she has escorted you to this room, explaining that she is trying to set up a ritual to help figure out how to cure Slip and Mary from said
Can I just
curse.
quickly ask, should I have like long rests so all my features are pretty much up? So like I have action
Nope.
surge and I have second rest and all that?
Nope.
Okay.
You have not gotten a single night of proper rest for almost a week.
Okay, I was just wondering since last session mainly, but yeah.
Yep. And you would have exhaustion too,
Alright.
as it would Mary. But yeah, first time you've been in this room and Sophie ushers you in while she's drawing what you can see on the ground beneath Slip and Mary that she has carefully laid down. Slip, you are still green with purple spots.
Hi guys.
Huh, that's surprising. He keeps drifting in and out of consciousness. But it seems he can still remember you guys. That's a good sign.
Why
he
are there
turn, like,
3
a
of
different-
you?
I was gonna say, did he turn all mushy?
Yeah, he's kind of a puddle.
I feel more of a jello
My
consistency.
Guess one wasn't enough.
You're a puddle, but you feel like jello.
Meh.
Yeah. Basically,
So,
Sophie has been explaining that there are practically 3 ways to get rid of a curse like this. A powerful remove curse or great restoration, which I am fairly certain she doesn't have, because her spell list is set and she cannot upcast. Option 2, you can try to dream walk and see what you can find in their dreams to try to wake them up since they keep drifting in and out of consciousness, basically casting the dream spell except allowing multiple people to try to dive in. The third option is to basically pour a whole bunch of potions into them, which is going to be very expensive.
Did you
So,
say dream spell?
Yes.
I cannot be targeted by the dream spell.
Yeah.
I would watch out from here. If you decide on that option.
you can play, like, a dream NPC.
Mm-hmm. Fey Ancestry, you cannot be put to sleep, but you can still dream.
The dream spell is a 5th level D&D, blah blah blah. It can only affect those who sleep, which means that elves cannot be targeted by the spell, dream spell.
True.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
the whole
Kinda.
a dream.
What
a
if we bonk you in the head until you're unconscious?
That's unconsciousness. So yeah.
Close enough. Here, you can drink this potion. It won't put you to sleep, just unconscious. Half joking aside, those are your options. Unless you can find some other way to break a powerful curse.
Maybe you can stay and do the potions thing, and we go do the dream thing.
Yeah, that could be an option.
Alright.
I mean, I'm more than happy to do some potion.
It is going to be 10,000 gold for the necessary potions for one person.
What?
Yep.
Can't afford that. We only can afford that one time.
Like she said, it is expensive. As for the dream walking, I'm certain she can find a way for you to enter a dream. Somehow. Eventually.
Oops. Oops. No, you can guys go on. I'll keep watch of your bodies. I do not like dreams and sleep.
If you're being sent into the dream, you don't have to sleep. Elves can be
The
passengers
spell.
in the spell. They can't be targets of the spell.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
can't go into an elf's dream, but an elf can
An elf
cast
can
the
go
dream
into a
spell
dream. Yeah.
to
Correct.
invade the minds of other.
Correct. Unfortunate that Kaida isn't the target of this curse because that would limit your options.
Mercy killing resurrection, would that work?
Are you sure you want to find out?
You know, a good old fashioned quit.
There is also one thing that you do know. The Whispering Graveyard specifically has powerful spellcasters.
Yes, hags that we ran away from.
Yeah,
Wait, what is the Whispering Graveyards?
the
The
place where
hags.
The
hags.
hack place.
What?
Where we run out
Yeah,
with the first time we when we were like swept away in Bokop in a mysterious place.
Oh yeah, that place.
yeah. Place you found the key to Sophie's, barely escaped alive. Oh, and underground mausoleum, hordes of skeletons, giant shadow dog puppy.
Usual.
You know.
So there could be someone there.
Or something, but you don't know.
I think the
There's
dream seems to be the most straightforward.
Yeah, no point in doing anything with the hags. That'd just be stupid.
The price will be worse than the cure.
Yeah. They would do some
Oh.
BS bull kind of deal thing. Like, we'll save you for this outrageous thing.
Counterpoint. Her highest int character only has a +2. He said it was a dumb idea. I was kidding, Ignore me. Anyway.
Yeah? So, what are you going to do? Should Sophie set up the magic ritual for a dream spell?
I mean, what's the plan? We go in and beat up a curse?
The curse in of itself is rooted in something that is basically holding on to. Untangle that, curse goes away.
Well, I'll try whatever, but
Punchy might
I
not
have
be the
no
solution in this.
I have other talents, one or two.
She chuckles a bit, but well, that is true. And Kaida, Lauren, Harmony, Jack. Kaida's in.
I'm fine with whatever the groups, just so it's on.
I think the dream
No.
thing is probably the most straightforward, but what do y'all think?
I
It's the
mean,
cheapest.
I think it's the cheapest, the quickest, and the easiest one we can pull off, at least right now. Let's do it.
All right. She basically tells you to lie down and make yourselves as comfortable as possible. She also hands you soft pillows.
Yeah.
Slip wrapped around the pillar.
You try.
Aren't you like a puddle right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're barely conscious. You keep waking up, falling asleep, and you don't remember much when you wake up, and you're slightly delirious when awake. All right. Sophie preps the spell. All of you make yourselves comfortable, and why is Cole still there? Cole, did you move maps? Oh,
No. I'm just getting black screen.
all right.
Yeah, that's the new map.
All right. It
I
was
think.
showing that he was still in the magic shop. Well, the question is, whose dream do you enter first?
Slime boy.
I'm actually inclined to say Mary's. We know Mary has access to healing magics as well.
Hmm.
Maybe she
Yeah.
can try and remove the curse on Slip as well, or in some way help with magical knowledge.
I believe so, yeah.
I think if we get slept, then he would be a better teammate to go and into a dream, into Mary's thing, maybe. Mind.
Sophie would explain to you that you could pull them because this is a connected dream spell. You would be able to walk from one to another and bring their consciousness to some degree into each other's dreams. So, Mary's or Slip's, I need to know.
Well, I've made my stance clear there.
I say we go Slip first.
Okay. Slip,
Mm-hmm.
what is the most scariest moment of your life?
Scariest moment of Slip's life.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the moment he disappeared from his home, not knowing where he was, why he was alone, and why he's not in the comfort of his cave.
All
Being a
right.
person who's never actually left um, his home and being all alone
Hmm.
probably would be one of the scariest moments.
How long did it take for Slip to actually leave the cave? Days, weeks, longer?
What do you mean by that? Sorry.
How long was Slip in that cave before he left?
All of his life.
Which
He's,
was ballpark it.
I would say just about a year, maybe just over a year. He's not old, by the way, guys. Welcome to Slimes.
Yay.
Yeah.
He only has 5 weeks more to live.
Oh no, we don't die. Unless you beat us to a pulp.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, Slip, the very first time you peeked out the cave, it was bright, it was shiny, it felt weird. You weren't used to it. Sunlight, that is. So you decided to head out during the night, during the fog, and you are lost. You're practically blind. You are scared, senseless, maybe even excited. But this moment of walking out of your cave and the overwhelming sensations of everything and how wide and how big it is, and then there is no roof. And then you wake up and then you fall asleep and repeat it over and over and over again. The scariest of your moment of your life is constantly repeating, and to everyone else, as you drift off to sleep, that groggy sensation starts hitting you. Kaida, you are not accustomed to this sensation.
Mm-hmm.
It feels
Is this what
awkward.
dreaming about? Ugh.
You're drifting into a dream,
Do not like it.
yeah, and then you all blink and find yourselves in a forest. Move around as you please.
Is it? What's the lighting situation?
It is dark.
Okay, so I should not have the vision.
Actually, you would.
Hmm,
You are in a dream. And everything is
cool.
technically grayscale. You experience this as dark vision, which you have never had before.
I cast light anyway, because the grayscale is creepy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Um, just give me a moment, please, because I'm dating my tokens lighting. I don't know if that did anything. It seems like it didn't.
Yeah, there is a light, I can confirm it.
Okay.
Any thoughts on where to start?
Well, there's a road, or at least a trail.
I suppose we'll follow the trail for now.
I'm going to try and listen out, see if I can pick up any sounds in the distance.
Perception? There is the rustling of the wind and all of that, as expected, but it feels overwhelming. You've heard wind blowing before, but this unsettles you. It's far too loud, and there's constant movement everywhere. And it's all kind of blurry. You know it's a tree, you know it's grass, you know it's ground, but everything looks blurry.
This is going to be a weird one.
Slip. How do you perceive the world?
I want to say Slip sees, like, because he doesn't know what he's really in, he doesn't know this environment. You know, that kind of horror movie trope where, like, the trees and their branches are, like, making, like, the bark is shaped as, like, a horrible, like, face kind of thing. Like, if it was, like alive and was going to eat you, the branches making like silhouettes, like little things in the bushes, like rustling and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like Slip would just see that, like, a lot of the environment around him is just scary to him, or he doesn't know what's there. Paranoia, in a sense.
Mm-hmm. That's what you all see and feel and experience everything here as. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw. And this is for the sake of being frightened if you have something that gives advantage.
I think I do. I forgot what it's called. Let me find.
You do have
Vidalcan
advantage.
Dispassion.
Yeah.
Save, saving throw, advantage.
Why was mine not shown?
I do not know.
Alright, try to wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Well, Slip and Lauren, you're frightened. Please add that to your characters because...
Lauren will quickly slip behind Harmony and hold on tight onto his leg. Scared.
Oh no.
Fair. Well.
Alright, I'm just waiting for somebody sturdier than me to lead the path, because also I'm not very good with my eyes. Anyway.
Okay, let's see if we can find something, shall we?
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Should we be able to see Slip?
Yes, if you can see him.
Okay, because I can see him, and I was like, are we allowed to see him?
Yes, you're allowed to see him.
And yes, he is crying. Or the closest thing he can do.
How does crying work with slimes? And, like, are there tears? What are they made of? Where do they come
It's
out
not
of?
tears. I wouldn't say it's tears, but I'm pretty sure he just has, like, his body is like a more very not even like thick. It's just super liquidy. Maybe like bits of his slimy body, like he's like leaving a mucus behind him, and that just like gets absorbed into the ground.
Oh no.
And he's probably, if he's not still the greeny purpley coloration that he was before,
No, he
I
is.
feel like his coloration here would turn into very monochromatic, so gray, and his eyes are like black kind of dots for his eyes, and then it's like a gray kind of coloration, gray patches of white.
Yeah.
Keep it together, buddy. Come on. Let's try and find this thing.
To be fair, right here in front of you there is a hill that prevents you from actually seeing him, but should you move past it or climb up on it, you should be able to spot him. But you do realize the further westward you go, the more clear vision becomes. It's less blurry.
I'm gonna look and see if I can find any tracks or anything.
You look at the ground and it's blurry. It looks like a path, but you can't make out a lot of details.
This is all just weird.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be crazy to call out? I ask everybody in the group who's with me.
I don't know what we'd call. I don't know what the deal is in here.
Okay, well,
We could try, but we might call whatever's got its hooks into them. Right here.
alright then. If you say no, I won't do it.
I'm saying I don't have enough information to make a decision. It's something we'd all have to agree or disagree on.
I'm gonna yell once. Slap, 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 slap.
While
That was the echo.
there's no echo, everyone can hear it. And Slip, you can hear that. A loud noise.
Slip is going to. Do I know that they've entered this world? Do I recognize the voice?
You are semi-conscious and magically put to sleep. You have some awareness that this is a dream, but you still experience what you
Yeah,
experienced during your dream.
it's a primal
But
thing.
yes, you would recognize Harmony.
Okay. What Slip will do, he's gonna run to like, well, I guess move to this area here and just yell back, "I'm over here, guys!"
You can all hear it.
Oh, he's over there, maybe.
Flip.
Marco!
No, Cole.
Oh. Cole?
Yeah, that one was just awesome.
I'm trying to hold back my laugh. Because that was stupid as fuck. Oh my god.
What's down between these two land masses?
It's water, but it feels absolutely terrifying, like it would swallow your whole. But it should just be water, but it does not feel like it.
Uh, maybe there's a way around. I try to
Flip.
make that assessment through my absolute terrifying.
Can you see a way across?
Slip, you've been in this dream. You will know that there are two places you can cross. There's some rocks to the southwest
Yeah, I
of
was
you,
gonna say the rocks down there.
and it's a much closer jump up here.
I'm gonna yell at them. Go south! Go down! We'll meet down there! And then I'm gonna start making my way back down where I was.
All right.
I pretty much get to these rocks and I'm going to try and jump over them with or without like seeing them in the distance.
You are frightened. You cannot willingly move towards what frightens you.
Uh-oh.
The war scares you. It's kind of like you, but not like you.
You see Slep
It's a mode of
Like-
slimes.
you see Slep like looking at this river. He then just roots back.
Come on, buddy. We're right here.
I don't wanna.
Come on. I don't even know how we're doing this.
I could take him to here. Do you want me to take you here? Slip?
Yeah, I mean, if I'll be with you guys, then yes, do it.
I'm going to vortex warp them next to me.
I can just
He
choose to
doesn't
fail
yeah,
that.
Can fail
Yep.
that.
Yeah, and it doesn't prevent you from getting closer, so by all means, move. You appear next to them.
I want to say this. Slep is still looking in this direction, so when you vortex warp him, he's like, "Guys, where did you go?"
Poke, poke.
Oh,
He's goopy. But he feels softer somehow.
Surreptitiously wipe the back of my clothing.
don't worry, I'll just take that back.
Gross.
Okay, buddy. Any idea what this thing is that's got its claws in you?
I don't know.
Have you seen anything or felt anything unusual in here?
You have just been repeating it prior. You didn't really have any control. It was kind of like experiencing a memory over and over and over again. This time you have control.
I don't know what to do.
If
I
I
don't-
look around, do I still see everything scary looking?
Yes. But you can both roll another wisdom save. Everyone else too.
Even though we've saved.
Yep. Because you don't get immunity.
Okay, hold on, give me a sec.
I think at this point, being like around everyone, Slip is not even noticing the environment now. He's just staying with them. It's like a kid when they're like lost in the shops or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they get back to their parents. It's pretty much just that.
Are you saying we're your parents?
I mean, he is only like 1 year old. Come on.
I guess that
My
would
man
make
is
sense. Yeah.
easily the youngest one here.
Yeah.
His emotions will easily take over him. Like, he can easily be the most powerful Sith you'll ever meet.
You know the story of Dark Plagueis the Wise?
Have you heard the story of Darth Slip, the Slippery? He was a
Can you
brilliant
learn this
man.
power?
How do I learn this power? To go through walls? Oh, you must first beat the door.
Not from a Jedi.
Okay. Anything you can tell us about where we are, buddy? Anything will help.
Well, this forest that we're in, it's where I pretty much found myself kind of lost. I don't really leave a familiar location, and when I did, I couldn't go back to that familiar location. I couldn't find it.
Okay. Is there anything here that seems out of place?
Is there, I guess?
Make a perception check.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Am I still frightened with that save?
No, you're not. Kaida, however, you are.
Okay, that's funny.
Did you add frightened to yourself, Kaida? Under
No, not
conditions.
yet. Out there. I was looking.
Did it work this time?
Your perception? Yeah, you got a 12 and you're looking around and it's kind of blurry, like a memory, but you can't notice anything directly out of place.
No, this is kinda how I remember it.
Okay, well, I don't know what the deal is, whether we were just supposed to find you and bring you out to fix this, or if we had to find whatever it was that was afflicting you and deal with it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What you were told by Sophie was that you have to somehow remove what is terrifying him, because that is what is holding on to him. Or at least that's what you surmise, considering the fact that you are all feeling afraid, even if you're not frightened.
I mean,
I'm gonna look back at that river or the ocean in the middle.
Yep.
Maybe. I think it's that river.
Can I do something?
Mm-hmm.
Where is my? Should have a mess kit somewhere in this. Where's my mess kit?
I was gonna say.
Does anybody have a mess kit? Because I can't find mine.
Does Cole have one?
Yeah, Cole should probably have one, a mess kit.
most of my non-essential stuff is on the caravan, so all my cooking equipment and stuff is generally on the caravan.
You do have
Anybody
cooking
got a cup
utensils.
or a container of any kind, not necessarily a
True,
mess kit.
my cooked utensils are on my person.
Okay, so it probably has a ladle.
Yeah, got a ladle.
We can
I've got a
try
pot.
sampling the water.
I will dip the ladle into the water.
I can use Mage Hand for that if it's too deep down the edge of this bed.
3-4 feet, give or take.
Okay, so I scoop some of the water and examine if it's actually water or if it's something more sinister.
Make a charisma check.
Who knew?
You put the ladle down and you scoop it up, but you don't feel a sensation from your mage hand, but you have to actually put in effort to get it into the water. And when you scoop it up, it's not sloshing out. It looks
How do you mean it's not sloshing out?
almost solid.
Okay, can I take the ladle with whatever sample I took?
Yeah.
Right, I hand it to Cole.
Cole pokes
Testing.
What do
it.
you think of this water?
Cole straight up pokes the water.
It feels crumbly.
Crumbly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not right.
Maybe it's like that cornstarch and water mixture.
Yeah, kind of actually. Like breadcrumbs, except much smaller. It doesn't feel like war. It doesn't look like it.
I'm gonna take my water skin and try adding water to the water in the ladle.
Yeah. Uh, your physical objects are represented here, but nothing is coming out of your war skin whatsoever.
Huh,
You can feel it more solid.
maybe that's just the way water is here. I'm gonna look down to where the sample was taken.
There's a hole, like someone dug something out of there.
I have a feeling if you
Okay.
wanted to, you could walk over the water as long as you don't like stay long. Kind of like quicksand.
Possibly.
Hmm.
Everyone can make another wisdom saving throw.
Hmm.
Lauren, you are frightened, and
Oh no.
Kaida, you're no longer afraid.
Oh, that was Coda, not Kaida. I did not roll for her yet.
All right. You're no longer frightened.
Well, this is fun. Lauren will try to ask Sleb.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to this place since you felt sick?
What do you mean?
I'm trying to say, have you been seeing this place since you started feeling wrong?
DM?
During your sleep, you kept having this repeated over and over again.
Well, now that you mention it, yeah, this location, this kind of eeriness, yeah, I kept seeing it.
Well,
And
what happens when you're here?
do you feel afraid of something in here?
I get scared that I'm alone. I don't really know where I am.
And you did get
Just
lost because first time you went out, everything was kind of overwhelming and you didn't know how to find your way back.
yeah.
Okay. And how does it usually end? What's the storyline here?
Well, Slip, did you make it back to the cave? Did you come to another place? Did you find something that made you feel safe?
When I was lost in this forest, the next thing that happened is I saw a light. I followed that light. Some weird shadowy figures. I followed them, hoping that they would also lead me out. And that's where I kind of came to the caravan. It
Okay.
was warm, and I found my way into one of your guys' bags. And
I
I
thought you
slept
were.
there.
Didn't you say you were with Kaida first? Or am I
No,
crazy?
I didn't meet Kyder until that same morning.
Oh yeah.
I
Well,
didn't know
we're
any of
glad
you.
you're here
Okay.
with us.
So we're looking for torches or light lanterns.
Do you
And
still wish you could go back?
Well, my original home, I guess, is kinda along this trail, I think. So if we ever go past it or ever find ourselves there, I would greatly like to visit, of course, see the original body. I see that and say hi.
do you think
But
that's still there?
I mean, probably, unless someone's killed him, but good luck with that. If someone was to be able to successfully kill him, then fucking hell, I doubt any of us could kill the person that killed him.
Well, I don't know much about slime reproduction, but the ones I met at the mines, when they divided, they may have been different personalities, but they generally shared the same traits.
That's when I'm a little different.
Okay.
See, we or me, um, it is true that we have a different kind of personality. Um, what makes it different is we take that kind of personality and we become a separate entity in itself. So you all have all sorts of emotions, all sorts of personalities. Normally with plasmoid slime beings like me, we have one, and then we grow, we learn, we in a sense evolve to have those other personalities. And I guess on this night is where I learned fear for the very first time.
Fear isn't something to try and do without. It's useful. But we definitely need to face whatever's got its claws into you might be using that fear to keep you at a distance. And this, I
Right.
don't know what you fear about this ashy water stuff.
So if you know it's not just the war, it's everything. It's so overwhelming. Things that you've never seen before, like trees and the like.
Slep, could you remove mage armor on yourself? Because I think because I'm still targeting you, it
Oh,
applied
yep,
the
that's fine.
effects to you, not me.
Boop. Well, I mean, I have it for like the third time for some reason.
Oh, well, you add it again. It's fine.
No, I
By the
haven't
way, I did
added
cast.
it. I haven't added it, but it's like temporary, and then there's like 3 castings of it.
But yeah, I cast mage armor on myself while you have been speaking.
That you do.
Okay.
Okay. So everything is overwhelming you. Everything.
Hmm?
Everything is putting
Yeah.
that feeling into you.
Yeah.
I guess.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to reach down and look for some loose rocks.
You find
And I'm going to try and
rocks.
identify. What types of stone they are.
Okay, make a strength check for me.
Just a strength check, not an athletics or anything.
You can if you want to.
Athletics is slightly better than just a normal check for me.
We gotta add all of this to Slep's origin story, by the way.
Yeah. Cole, you pick up a rock and you hold it and you try to identify it and it crumbles in your hand and it starts turning into a smoke, mist, and dissipates.
Ah, damn. I mean, none of this is. Of course, you don't know what any of this is, so we can't figure out what it is. We're in your head.
could I tell that uh, dismissing all the things that makes this place scary, does it look like just a regular forest?
Nature first of all.
I still have guidance for some reason. It's asking me to roll with that.
You can turn it off unless you cast guidance on yourself, which I don't think you can.
I can't. I think that's left over from guidance from the
Yeah.
session.
Unless Kaida is giving you guidance.
I'll
I can
just
give you guidance.
Guidance.
Alright. Nature check 12, and it looks like a forest, but everything is blurry. You can tell kind of what everything is, but you don't get the details.
Okay.
But I would be
Looking
able
at
to tell that if we weren't in some weird dreamscape, it would just be a regular forest.
You can think that it is. You're pretty certain that it would be just a regular forest.
Okay, here's a question. What stone would I expect to be around here? Would I expect slate, granite?
This is not super far
Steel?
from the capital. The rock is native, you would know that.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there's something overtly odd or special about it.
I will start describing to Slip what stone I think it is and the properties of it and how it would be used to try and give him more clarity on the material and
Slip,
see if it affects the terrain.
Slip, make an intelligence check for me. You kinda get what he's saying. Kinda.
Hmm.
How much interest does Slip have in rocks?
You're describing a rock.
I'm describing a particular type of rock. Now, if I was to compare that to, say, limestone, the properties are entirely
What's
different.
limestone?
Limestone is another type of rock, but its mineral composition's different.
Ooh. What's mineral composition?
It's the different elements that have come into joining to make that particular type of rock. I mean, a piece of flint and a piece of limestone are completely different. You strike one,
What's
and
flint?
it'll flint. Flint is what we use to light torches and things. It's in these tinder boxes, and my tinder
Oh,
box is empty.
And
Because
the following 3
is a
hours is
dream.
just a long.
yeah, it's really just that.
It's a theory that Cole has that perhaps everything's so blurry and everything because Slip doesn't know about the things around him.
Probably.
You don't notice any particular change after having spent at least 20 minutes.
I want to assume that Slip's understanding of like the world around him is, I don't go outside.
Welcome to my world.
Oh god, he's an introvert.
I mean, when you're literally keep yourself inside of a cave,
Yeah.
it makes sense. It's like the expression, "What have you been living under a rock?" Well, I've been living in a rock, if that counts.
Fair.
What type of rock? Was it porous? Was it solid? Was it heavy? Was
Smooth.
it dense?
It was
Did it taste
smooth.
of salt?
What is this glow that we see in the upper right corner, the northeast?
You see a very familiar orange and slightly. What's the word again?
This
Rainbowish color. Go
Does
ahead.
Slep see it?
Yep. You recognize it as the light that initially drew your interest and made you meet the entire party.
Yeah, I was gonna say as we're in the middle of this rock talk, Slep notices, just goes, there, that's it. That's it over
Yeah, I
there.
see it, but you said that you've been coming here every time you dream, and it just happens again every time. I don't want us to just run to the light and reset.
That's the safe spot, isn't it?
We can start heading there, but I don't know, everything seemed like we have to find out what's causing the fear and deal with it. And I'm not a smart man, you know this. I'm here to punch things.
Then
But we'll start heading that way. Just anything that triggers you, makes you feel uncomfortable, makes you feel uneasy. Point it out, and if I can punch it, I'll punch it. Okay?
Slep points at the water.
Cole will lean down and try to punch the water.
I go back. I gotta see this.
Roll a punch. You know what? Hold on, I'm just gonna give you something to actually punch to make it a little bit easier, but go ahead and roll an attack because you get to beat up a skeleton because, let's make it a zombie. Punch the zombie.
Shall I haymaker it?
You haymaker the war while hanging off a side of a cliff. Yeah, sure. Why not? It is reckless.
Yep. So disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. You hit the war. Roll damage. You punch the war. It wobbles and starts to crumble.
Do I feel any change?
Oh yeah.
positive or negative change?
You become more afraid.
Well, I think I broke the water.
Yeah.
What?
It's starting to turn into mist. The same when you crush a rock with your hand.
What? Seth. Something's not right.
Yeah,
What?
this doesn't usually happen.
No. Just Slipper's gonna start trying to move away.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, at least you got us now. Somebody to hold your hand while you're in this bad dream. If you're usually alone.
Yeah.
Slip, you did say you were afraid of being alone, right?
Well, I think that was the main reason for my fear, but now I don't know what's really going on with me. That's seeing the water just something's not right about
Turn
that
to
water.
mist.
Lauren will try to hug Slip in hopes that it will help him calm down at least.
Okay. Go ahead.
Do I make a roll for a hug?
Yeah.
Charisma?
Charisma or performance?
Let's see. Let's try this. Well, that's just sad.
Yeah, you're still frightened. That's why.
Maybe I.
But
Yeah, no.
you do hug him. And Slip. Lauren is hugging you. He's floofy.
I mean, now it's about to become damp because slimy mucus is now seeping into his fur.
I don't have prestidigitation.
And that stuff is not coming off.
Is it?
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, let's head away from the large hole of mist and start going towards that light, because that's beginning to freak me out.
Yeah.
You want to ride, buddy?
Okay.
Come on, then.
Someone take me.
I'm pretty sure Kaida can.
That's a given at this point. Kinda
Yes.
has the most comfy bag.
That too, and I think she can actually move your token too.
Probably.
No, I can't.
Oh,
Let's update that.
I think I can move Harmony actually.
There. Now everyone can move Slip.
everyone has
Nice.
control over me.
Kaida, you feel an intense shiver up your spine.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like there's something watching you.
Can I look around and see what is watching us?
Sure?
That means advantage because I'm looking with my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Looking with the
And I completely fail.
Problem?
You get 18 and you say that you fail.
It was an 8 that I rolled and a 3. So it was not a good roll.
Yeah, but you don't see anything.
Guys, something is watching us.
Where?
Everyone can make
don't
another
know.
wisdom save after hearing that.
Oh no.
Oh, and here we go. Kai, do you also realize something? Jack and Mary are not here.
Uh-huh.
He was also put into the ritual sleep spell. And so was Mary.
Maybe they're together?
Hmm. You do
Oh,
know
let's
that you
give
can.
it
You do know that you can jump from one dream to another, which means they should have been in here, but they're not.
I tell the others.
I wonder if Jack was too focused on Mary and they ended up in a different place.
Lauren and Coda,
Mary!
you shout out and nothing. Coda is frightened.
Hmm. Let's just make our way to the light.
As you get closer, you start seeing past the the brushes and the trees and whatnot. That looks like carts and tents and barrels and bags. They look familiar.
See, guys?
Okay, do we need to approach this a certain way, or did you just rush it?
You snuck into their camp, into a bag.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I mean, you guys didn't see me when I first entered, so... There's two of me.
Mm-hmm. Feel free
Yep,
to
I
ignore
think
that.
Oh wow, wait, there's two coals,
Mm-hmm.
there's two full-on groups. I don't like that. That's weird.
okay. So we've got to sneak into the light.
Are we supposed to be back where we started, or are there
No,
just now two of
you're up
us?
there. You're up here. Just ignore those for now.
Okay, let's try and sneak in, shall we?
Everyone can roll stealth for those who want to sneak in.
I'm not very good at it, but can try.
You all start sneaking in. Harmony, you trip into branches that don't make any sound, and you are very close to the cave. Slip, you see a bag, a very familiar looking bag, and it doesn't scare you.
Slip is gonna move to like the front of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything cross his mind? Besides the fact that the bag feels safe, does anything have that sense of something doesn't feel right?
Roll insight to decode your own feelings.
Do I feel afraid of this place we are approaching?
Everything's at disadvantage.
Slip, you have no idea. Lauren, everything is still scary, but this isn't a. It's not like you're standing in front of something like, let's say, a dragon, and that is scaring the ever living cat out of you. You just feel afraid in this place. You feel jumpy, like the movement of branches feels like there's a creature about to jump out.
But I don't feel more or less afraid approaching this place. Then
No, but you do see the bag, and the bag doesn't scare you.
does it look like Flar's bag?
Hmm? It looks like a familiar bag that belonged to a kobold.
I'm trying to think. Would he go in? Probably. Flip is gonna enter the bag and close the flap and use his cape to try and hide himself.
Mm-hmm. And you all blink, and you're back where you started. You just take a deep breath, like you suddenly went submerged, and then you're back to where you started.
Ah,
Can I
dang.
move to the edge of the water?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you move to the edge of the water.
What does Slep see in the water?
Water. It's moving. It looks scary. It's loud.
I yell for Slep again.
Yeah.
I'm going to Giant's Might.
Do you have any charges left?
I do.
All right.
I have two more. I'm going to Giant's Might,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to just jump into the water.
You do. You land on the water, and it starts crumbling underneath you.
I'm
I wait to
then
see what happens.
I'm then just going to punch and slam like my tendrils and stuff like all around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do with each hit just a confident slam into the, I guess, the water that surrounds me. Just confident hits.
You start breaking and breaking and breaking, and eventually it would just collapse. Is anyone going
Can
to
I
do anything while he's doing this?
I'm gonna jump in with him.
All right.
One of his fears was being alone, so I'm gonna put Yuri down. Put Lauren back down, rather. Sorry, with his name coming up underneath, it was confusing.
I refuse to let go of Cole.
And just leap straight down next to Slip.
can I just like cheer?
Go with
Go, you can do it, Slim.
Yeah, you share. The ground starts cracking. but the ground is war and it's breaking like you're hitting rock, and it's crumbling like bread crusts or sand. It's very odd. You feel like you can break it if you keep hitting it. Would you like to do that?
I'm going to keep hitting it.
Anyone
Do
else?
this.
All
Yep,
right.
I will start laying into it with him.
Anyone else? All right. You break it and you fall in. And it resets. Except this time, Slip, you're big. But you just snap back.
Slip is just gonna scream out into the into like the forest and everything, just in like annoyance and anger.
Okay.
Do we hear him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Great
think,
dash.
I think that's a first, honestly.
We're here.
Is the water all intact again?
Yep. Like nothing happened.
Okay, buddy, what's next?
Do
I
see...
don't beep. No.
That's a very weird dream thing.
Maybe we can try to find a cave?
I don't know.
I was gonna say, can I see any other landmarks or any kind of structure in the
Slip is
surrounding
just gonna
area?
go over to this forest area and start punching a tree.
It starts breaking.
Just any tree that has that stereotypical horror kind of, scare face kind of thing. He's just gonna punch it.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna slap and try and break them.
Yeah. Slip, roll a perception check for me. While you do that. Harmony, Lauren, you said this.
Oh, come on.
You wanted to
I'm
see
still
if there's...
exhausted, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lauren, you said one more time.
I wanted to see if there's like any structures or significant landmarks around.
Perception. But before that, wisdom saves everyone.
Okay.
Lip, you are frightened. Cole, you are frightened.
I'm not frightened. I got a 17.
Really? Oh, that was
The
perception.
6 was perception.
Alright.
I was like, I got a 17. Shit.
You can roll again. For perception without disadvantage. Oh wait, you would have a disadvantage anyway because of the exhaustion. Yeah,
Yes.
you are in
That's
blind
why I've been
rage.
rolling. It's more like blind annoyance.
Yeah. Blind annoyance. Cole, you're afraid.
Yeah.
That's about it. What would everyone like to do?
I guess my perception roll didn't land me anything.
Perception 12. You do notice that the river is more detailed than the rest of the environment, and there are some parts that are slightly less blurry and more clear.
Can I pin down the location of one of those specific non-blurry areas?
Down here, towards the place rock where you first crossed, is more clear, more detailed.
Oh,
There are some places that you look like the place you came from originally is far more blurry. And certain places, like behind trees, are more blurry than other places.
What follow the path of what's blurry and what's non-blurry.
Alright. Would anyone like to roll survival for that?
I wanted to inspect this place specifically.
Alright, investigation.
I'm just gonna follow
Alright.
where Lauren's going.
Mm-hmm. Harmony, you also notice as you get there, thinking about it, it's less blurry here in general. You didn't think too much about it earlier. But certain places are like behind bushes, like up here, where Cole is currently, it was far more blurry.
Wonder what that could mean.
But yeah, Lauren, more details. What is everyone doing?
Cole's just sitting there.
Alright.
Everything's starting to get to him, so he's just trying to center himself.
Slip is still punching a tree. He's furious that he doesn't know how to get out of this.
Yep. 1 minute or 10 minutes? Giants mic'd. 1 minute.
1 minute.
You're gonna shrink.
I
But
think at that point he then just stops.
you do realize, now that you stopped flailing about, that past all the trees that you have broken, there's just mist. A blurry mist.
Hmm.
You can roll in history check for me too.
History. Okay. Here.
It's been
Oh.
quite some time since you were here, but you remember that you never went that direction when you were here in person outside of the dream. So you have no idea what's in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
How can you remember something that you've never seen?
Slep. Slep starts to call everyone to like where he is. Oh yeah, and I'll shrink my size down.
Yep.
Yeah, so after calling everyone, Slip is just gonna wait for everyone to kind of come over here.
Cole's gonna try and just walk across the water.
You just walk across.
Yep.
I think I don't know what's over there, but I want to see what's over there.
Do we see just mist as well?
A blurry mist. Harmony, as you climb up there, you would realize just a bunch of blurry mist up here.
Slip is gonna try and just walk into the mist.
Alright. Everyone moves back where they originally were. And you snap back.
No.
But you don't have to forcefully move yourself there every time, since you know what's happened when I say that you snap back.
Snap back to reality.
Oops, there go gravity.
Right, I'm gonna go back.
Shit.
Paralyzed.
Yeah, no, I was trying to get to my token and I accidentally brushed over the conditions.
Does anybody can anybody detect magic and see if there's a place here that sort of doesn't that is anomalous in some way? I can't.
Me neither. If I look in this direction, is it also just mist?
In this direction, it's mist,
Yeah.
but not as blurry.
Can I discern anything beyond the mists?
No real details, but it's less blurry.
I can't actually find where Lauren's tokens are.
Down here.
I'm done then.
Just wondering, does anyone actually know how we can gain access to Thingo's dreams, to Mary's dreams?
Yes, it was explained to you that you basically just have to think about Mary and decide to walk over to her, and you should be able to.
Slep is gonna try and do just that.
Charisma check.
Uh-oh.
Cole will also try. He
Let's
wants to get out of
go.
here.
Oh.
Let's go. Doll at
Wait, sorry, what is this
disadvantage.
charisma check for?
I tried walking into her dream.
He tried to walk into Mary's dream by willing himself there and roll a natural 1. You're all
Because everything's
stuck.
a disadvantage.
You all feel stuck here for a while.
Hmm. Do y'all like say that you're doing this?
Yeah. I said
Then
I'm
I
gonna go.
realized
I want to see if I can go into Mary's dream. Well, I guess we're stuck.
I mean, to be fair, Slip wouldn't even know because he was like he wouldn't have seen the explanation.
If this is a dream, can I manipulate this with my mind? Can I try to fly?
You try to. You float half a feet off the ground. Half a foot off the ground. Yeah, half a foot off the ground.
Hmm. Hey, Slep, can you make me fly if this is your dream?
I look at you and I
Well,
look at a different area, and I dream that you just are then flying towards that area.
Nothing.
Nope.
Are we being swarmed by like Negmer fuel or something?
No. But
No,
places
there's
start breaking down.
I didn't do a thing.
I was gonna try and focus inward.
Yeah,
Try and
and
see
you feel like you're stuck. Like Slip's mind is preventing anything from entering or leaving. From a natural one.
I think we're locked down. I can't sense myself.
If I see these like voids, can I try to firebolt one, see what happens?
Yeah.
I firebolt.
It flies in and nothing else happens.
I literally just have no idea what we're meant to do. I got no idea what to do.
You do remember two things that you mentioned. You could go back to the cave where you came from. That was an idea. And that there are places that are more or less blurry than others.
Well, if going by
Uh,
what's already happened here, I don't know where that cave is.
Hmm?
So
You might not know.
try and find the blurry and unblurry places. 'Cause I guess that would be a lead of some sort.
Can you tell me what you remember when you
I-
left the cave? Anything? Smells, sight. What
Um,
color were the rocks? What color was the grass?
well, it was a decently large entrance of a cave. Um, it
It
was in the
looked.
side of a mountain.
Did the cave look jagged or smooth?
Um, Along the walls, it was very smooth, fun to slide down. But when it came to on the tips and stuff, they were sharp tips.
Okay. Uh, how loose was the stone? Did it feel grainy or heavy?
While all of you
Dude,
say
I didn't think
that,
you have a sense of touch.
you would have a sense of touch, but it might be different from a
Yeah,
human's.
it's
And
kind of like you guys feel.
Lauren, you start walking down southwest. You start walking into the mist and you don't snap back yet. But it's blurry. It's getting blurrier.
Can I tell any direction in which the mist is less blurry?
The direction you came from.
Mm.
And is there anything here?
Just there's more dense mist in these directions.
I was just gonna say, let's try and find. Wait, what direction is the like way where it's not as blurry.
The place that was noticed earlier was mostly here, in this area.
And then everything else around that area is blurrier.
Things like behind bushes and stuff like that. Yes, it's more blurry.
Okay.
And it's dense mist in this direction. That is also
Yeah.
blurry.
What about down here?
Slip is just gonna stand in the middle on this rock.
There is not a lot of mist down there, Lauren. There is a lot less.
I will walk down there.
Lauren walks off while all of you are talking and planning.
I'm trying to reverse survival a path to this cave by identifying what
Yeah.
he may have passed on his way through.
Yeah, survival. Straight roll.
No disadvantage for the frightened.
No, because you know what you're looking for. Yeah. This direction.
Which
Okay, where?
direction?
Down here. The path that Lauren is walking.
Okay.
Quickly down.
That sounds like southwest of where we are now.
Southeast of where you are right now.
Where we are.
Do I see anything as I walk down there?
Yeah.
Why does it look like there are two of me?
There should only be one of you.
Shouldn't be two yet.
Yeah. As for you, Lauren, looks like cliffs and a path between two small-ish cliffs that's maybe 8 feet high that leads in a direction that is quite more detailed.
I will walk down that path.
Yeah, you're walking down that path. What is everyone else doing? By the way, Kaida, I hope you haven't been muted this entire time and we've been ignoring you.
No. I was gone for a second and I couldn't talk.
Yeah, just confirming so that we don't leave you out.
I'm just
Does this-
following. And also, I would probably have noted that um, Lauren's gone and we have to look for them.
Yeah.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah,
this
they've
way,
already walked quite a bit that way, so you wouldn't actually see him.
Does that look familiar?
I'm invisible.
Slip?
Wait, can you
Yes.
guys see me if I do this?
No, they won't be able to see you.
Nope.
That's kind of funny.
But
Okay,
yeah,
see
Slip, this path
that
looks more familiar.
looks like what you were describing to me.
Maybe.
Let's see what happens, shall we?
You all decide to follow the path.
Yep.
You reach a cave. Very much like how Slip explained it. Large opening into a cave. No direct light.
I assume I waited for the rest of the group.
If you want to.
Or I could be in the middle of the cave.
Yeah, if you want to.
It's
I'll do that, yeah.
All right.
hard.
I just wandered off.
Are we still frightened?
You can roll wisdom saves. Lauren, you don't.
Roll wisdom saves.
Except Lauren.
Everyone does.
Yep. But
Ooh. Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20s.
close, but no cigar. Cole, you are no longer frightened.
What
Oh.
the hell is going on with my... There we go. That was weird.
I remember this place. I would hang up along those edges there and watch down looking at all the critters that come in here for shelter, adventurers coming in here for something. I don't know.
These sticks or bones?
Sticks?
Good question.
They are
Because
sticks.
this one down here looks decidedly like a bone.
Oh, don't worry about
Yeah.
that.
There are some animal bones down here. Possibly some other bones too, but mostly sticks.
I remember this is where I found my cape. It was in this water.
Floating right next to the bones that Cole spotted.
Yeah. I point to the stick-like objects. It was floating right there. I went in
Stick-like objects.
and I went and got them. It fits so
those-
well, and
Those are bones. You think?
I don't know. I've never really seen them.
You have seen skeletons, but they were rushing, trying to, kill you. They take the
And
time to.
normally I break them.
Fair.
That's what's inside everybody. Slip.
I look
That
inside
has a
myself.
body like me.
Oh.
Slip, you don't have bones.
I don't have bones.
I know.
I mean, we can solve that, and I like take a bit of bone and push it into his body.
Now there's a bone and this really big, fine broom sticking out of his body.
You have a
I
bow
feel like-
now.
I feel like bonerific, guys.
Cool.
No.
You're officially
No.
able to read it.
Guys, do you know what a skeleton's favorite instrument is?
The cello bone.
Xylobone.
Oh, I was gonna say the trombone, but that's way better.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there any mist inside here? And is the water in this pond actual water?
First of all, there is no mist. Everything here is very detailed and very clear. And that does look like war-ish. But I'll also come back to you to what you see before everyone else arrives.
I wonder, guys. So this is kind of where I grew up. Damn.
Yeah.
Sorry that it's not super clean, but yeah.
Well, we can fix that if you want to clean it.
And it'll just get dirty again.
You want to
I'm
clean his dream cave.
I mean, he has a broom sticking out of his body. I'm just saying.
That is
He's
true.
not wrong. He's not wrong. No, it's fine. Normally the fully formed one would clean it up.
I wonder where they are.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they're here, sometimes they're not.
Do
Sometimes
you
they're
miss them?
collecting. Huh?
Do you miss them?
Half and half. They're cool. We chill. Um, we have fun together. We uh do stuff together. He normally tells me to go into the back of the cave when weird things enter.
Cole,
Oh
Kaida,
man.
and Koda, would you like to move ahead? Everyone else stay put, if they want to move ahead. Lauren, when you came in here, you would have seen this first. Except I'm just going to update this one because, yeah, there we go. And token size modification.
It's enormous.
Yeah, that's about right.
Bigger.
Yeah, it is actually bigger.
It actually is, yeah.
Bigger.
No.
Kidding, I'm kidding.
Yep. That's honestly about right.
Yeah,
He's bigger than Sleb when he's enormous. He's about huge.
yeah. And Lauren, when you walked in here, you would see that pool of liquid that looks like water with a visible cube-like thing with things inside of it and a woman with green hair wearing a veil that covers her face and a whole bunch of potions strapped in some sort of harness around her waist and hips. And they did not react to your presence. Is there anything
Can
you
I
would
just
like to do before everyone else shows up? Besides
can I
lighting the
just
campfire?
ask? Is
Yes?
this the hag?
It's yes, and at the very least it's what the hag look like to you.
Right.
To everyone else, this person you do not recognize.
Wait, we don't?
Nope. This one looks exactly what Slip remembers her as.
Yeah.
Lauren, anything you would like to do before everyone else showed up, besides light the campfire?
No, I would have. I didn't want to get any attention on me other than lighting the fire.
Mm-hmm. There is smoke, black mist-like smoke coming off the firewood, and there is no ash. It seems to be slowly breaking down.
Mm. Did the woman react to me putting on the fire?
Nope.
Oh.
They
I
are
guess the
kneeling in
rest.
front of the cube, doing something, and that's what you would see.
I assume the rest of the body arrived at this point.
Oh yeah. They weren't being stealthy at all.
Right.
Yeah, you arrive. And this is what you see.
Oh, there he is.
I mean, whoa!
You see
He is a unit.
That's the great collected one. Pretty much where I came from.
And it is covered in glowing runes.
What is?
The
The
big
slime.
gelatinous cube.
That doesn't look normal.
No, that's pretty normal. I mean, I'm covered in runes.
Are you?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
If you look inside, you see like 3 different runes and the tattoo.
Those kind of runes.
Yeah, it one of them makes me big. The other one, I don't know. I haven't really used it much, and the other one does like these weird, red slime, fiery shackle things. It's weird stuff. But yeah,
Fine.
that's what I got when I was created. Or when I broke off from him, I have some of the runes from him. So that's why I'm different as well.
Hmm?
But I don't know the green-haired person exactly.
What do we see when we see them?
You see a green-haired person cutting off a piece of the big gelatinous cube.
Hey, why are there 2 of me?
And they are pouring potions into both of them. That's what you can see from all the way up there.
Like into both of them, into the big one and the small one?
Yep.
What's
And
happening?
they are pouring a very blue liquid vial, the contents of a very blue liquid vial, into the small one.
Is there any chance we know what that substance is?
No, from this distance, at the very least.
Slip
Is
is gonna slide down and immediately like yell out, Stop messing with him! What are you doing?"
Everyone else?
is the blue potion the same color as Slip?
Yes.
Slip, I think this is. I think this is what made you split.
What?
I think this is another memory.
Man.
But,
That potion, it's the same shade as you.
Could be
yeah,
anything.
potions can be the same shade as me.
Can I
Yeah,
inspect the little slime from here?
Yep. What would you like to inspect specifically?
Like, is it moving?
It's wiggling. And it is smaller than Slip. Small enough to fit in the palm of her hand. Like a baseball, give or take.
I mean, the slimes I knew back at the mines weren't anything like this cube. And they just kind of replicated themselves from themselves. That's how I thought it worked. I thought you came from another you. Coming from a cube like this?
Slip is gonna yell out at the green-haired person. What? What are you doing?
No
Is it
response.
now glowing purple?
It has been this entire time.
Oh.
I just didn't have the time to add it because I'm doing this on the fly because I didn't expect everything to happen like this, so.
Slip is like getting closer and closer. And it says, "You answer me. What are you doing?"
No reaction.
Can you talk to the cube, Slip?
Oh, great, completed one. Can you hear me? What's happening?
Nothing.
Does it hurt?
It
I
seems
think
very complacent.
if it was hurt, it'd lash out, wouldn't it?
Can I try to touch this woman? In the hand. Forearm.
In the which hand or forearm? Left or right? She's
Uh,
holding
wherever,
Slip in the left.
Okay, so it is.
whichever is closer to me. Maybe the potion.
She
Hand.
would be in the left hand-ish. If you go there, it would be right.
Yeah.
You poke her arm and it feels like skin.
But she does not react to me.
No. But it feels warm.
I don't think they can perceive us if this is a dream.
Slip is just gonna sit in front of them and watch what happened.
Alright.
Does any of this feel familiar?
I don't exactly remember.
You would notice something, and probably Kaida would notice the most, and she would let you all know. The little blue slime ball in her hand doesn't have eyes. Like Slip has, anyways. It's just a blob.
See
Are
now,
they-
Cole, what you're looking at is your kind of basic sense of a slime. You come off a, previous kind of slime and it gains own sentience. Like that's the base form.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, no. So I like there's a lot about me that is way different. But like that's like the closest I guess I ever was to the normal slime. I don't know anymore. This is really freaking weird.
Flip, I thank every day that I interact with you. Don't ever think less like that. But this is just this is out of my experience level, and even what I do know, I said, is limited to what they shared. But I don't think this person is trying to hurt the cube.
I mean, well, if it's a memory, then of then
Can
it
I
must be something I remember.
can I
But
read anything of the intent on this woman? The way she's handling the slime and putting all
Insight.
this in.
There are some things that you can pick up simply by looking, and your passive perception is high enough. But you can't
Yeah,
really
no,
read her.
she's wearing a veil for one thing.
Yeah, but you see, from the corners, you see a smile on her face. You don't know whether it's a positive, menacing, sadistic, or motherly. You can't tell. She's very intensely observing the slime as well as the cube. She seems to write down notes with the same hands she used the potion ball. She's writing down something in her journal, and even if you look at it, it's all blurred. You can't tell what it is.
Are there
Slip.
any runes in the slime that she's
In the
holding?
small one, yes, as well as the big one.
Do
Slip
they
is
match the runes in Slip?
Yes, except for one. Because you only start with 2, if I'm not wrong.
When becoming Rune Knight.
Yeah, at lower levels.
So technically, I would have none because I'm not sure I'd become a level 3 fighter
Yeah.
immediately.
Yes, but you would have the makings of it, which means that you would have
Yes.
something there, which
Yeah,
basically
the
is
whole thing is how I think of it is like I have them, but I wasn't able to actually utilize them until set point. So what the runes in his body would be, I guess at this stage, would be the size enhancing one, the one that makes him big, which is what just happens with any rune knight,
Mm-hmm.
and no, he would just have one, and then the making of 2 more, which are more blank slates because as a rune knight you can choose what your runes are.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't have the ink or the circle inside of him,
Nope.
or cape or any
And he's
other
not
magic
wearing it.
items.
Nope.
You can think of him as a newborn baby. There's a slime version of that.
Slip is gonna hug the leg of the lady.
It feels warm, comforting. It feels pleasant and like home.
Slip is just gonna keep hugging her leg.
I don't know what her objective is, but she's definitely really focused on that little you.
I don't know either.
She then
He
slightly
just
moves, put the slimes down, crosses her legs, sits down, takes up the notebook and starts writing things more detailed, and generally pokes the little one, being careful not to use her nails when poking. And you see the little one, for the lack of better word, shivers, like wobbles, like I don't even know how to explain it.
Jello.
Yeah,
It's got that jiggle jiggle.
yeah, but it's like getting goosebumps.
Is a wiggle wiggle. The
Wig-
jiggle jiggle.
Yep, wiggle wiggle, that jiggle jiggle with goosebumps basically. There's no hostility here, there is no anger, there is no unpleasant feeling. This feels like home.
Do
I
you feel afraid, Slip?
no, I don't. I don't know.
Do you still feel sick?
Do I?
You feel less so.
I'm gonna move to the great completed one, the giant slime.
Hmm?
And I'm gonna try and like go put like a bit of me back into him, or like pretty much just give him a hug.
You manage to give them a hug because when you touch them, they are solid.
Mm.
And you feel like they would crumple like everything else if you were to squeeze too hard. It doesn't feel like a creature.
Does it feel reminiscent of when I would either hug them or when I would ever touch them, like
Yeah,
from
it
my
would be the
past?
same sensation. It's kind of faded, but it's the same, like a memory. Even the bits and bobs inside of it are the same. Like the skull or the shoe or the sword or the shield or the necklace or the ribs. They're all there.
One weird game of Monopoly.
Yeah.
He always did win that. Probably because he ate the board, but
Well, that's one way to own everything, I guess.
I mean, yeah, if I can't even get to any of the locations. Slip is then just going to go on her lap, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the girl sitting down and stuff. I'm just gonna go on her lap. What race? What background?
He appears to have long pointy ears.
Oh, no wonder I immediately became more friendly with Kaida. That's funny.
Question.
Yes.
Is there anything of interest strewn on the ground or anywhere here? Like any sort of magic, hidden passages,
No.
valuable items, etc.?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
Bones, wood, some timber, firewood.
Okay.
Doesn't look like someone was slept up there at some point. But you do see the woman down there. You would have noticed her having a backpack on her actual back. So she might have been sleeping there.
You know what? I don't know what to do now.
Well,
Part of me wants to see if we can now check on Mary. I'm hoping that seeing this may have helped you fight off whatever had its hooks in you.
still feel exhausted and you haven't woken up. Those, with Sophie having informed you earlier, would be signs of it being fixed, for the lack of a better word. You feel like you're heading in the right direction, but not quite there yet. But you can make a con save.
Okay. My best kind of save.
You can reduce your exhaustion by 1 level.
Woohoo.
Can I touch the little slime in the woman's hand?
Yeah.
Is it
How exhausted were you?
I don't know. 2.
Level 2.
is it crumbly like the rest of this place?
It feels far more solid. As solid as a slime can be. But you don't have any indication that it would break simply from touching it.
Can I try to
Oh,
pick it
be
up?
careful. If you literally put your hands inside, the outside exterior is like protected, so you can like pat, hug, and do all that. But if you go past and inside of him, he will probably eat at your flesh.
He was talking about the little you.
Oh, if it's little me, no, our bodies aren't that strong yet.
Yeah. You can pick him up.
I'm talking about the big guy.
Yep. Lauren, you pick up the little slip. Mini slip.
Honestly, the baby me is just called Slap.
Yeah, well, you pick up slap.
Uh,
I haven't
Does-
learned that part of the vocabulary yet. The alphabet was not added yet, sir. I haven't added to my name yet. I just go by sounds.
Then wouldn't it be plap?
I mean, he makes a slapping sound, Slep is just sleeping and slime put together.
Fair.
You're probably wondering what personality trait I got from the big guy.
You see a square cube that is half melted into a pool of liquids. You are confident that you cannot insight check this. You are absolutely and utterly certain that you cannot insight check this cube.
You got no idea what's going on in his head. Whatever head there may be.
Did the woman react to
No,
me picking up slab?
not at all. It still acts as if Slap is where they were.
Hmm.
I honestly have no idea what to do. How to move on.
Move on where? There's everywhere else was just falling apart.
From here, I lived about a year in this cave. Watched people enter, creatures enter.
And you don't remember this person at all.
No, but when we went with the hags in the creepy graveyard place, this is who I saw. I don't know why. I didn't recognize them, but this is who I saw. But I guess I've always have kind of known who they were.
That makes sense. I saw someone who was very special to me too. I knew it wasn't them.
The thing is, I don't know if this person is dead or alive. I didn't even know that this person existed until now.
Does her image make you feel anything?
I guess curious. Because now I want to meet her. To see why she, I think, helped create me.
Slip, you can roll another con save and you feel warm and safe being close to her.
I mean, I'm literally on our lap.
But it's more than that. It's more than just heat.
Pog.
Your exhaustion goes away. And all of you start hearing this echoing howl, for the lack of a better word, coming from back the way you came in.
Everyone hear that?
Lauren, look after baby me. Look after Slap.
They vanish.
Oh wait, did they just disappear?
They turn to mist and vanish. And I don't have black dots that I can conveniently copy and paste here, but things start crumbling.
Uh-oh. I guess we should get out of here.
Yeah.
You do remember that it was crumbling from behind you.
Well, is the way blocked?
Oh yeah! I'm just filling it in at the moment because, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's crumbling from behind you.
Or it's crumbling from the entrance going down. Okay, never mind. Back the other way.
I didn't see any way out the other way.
Well, technically,
Uh,
do we feel like we're locked? That we're stuck here?
Nope. You felt that
What
earlier
about-
because you were afraid.
Someone else do the roll, please.
Everyone needs to do it.
Okay, let's go.
Everyone needs to do what?
A charisma
Okay,
check.
try and think of Mary. Try and think of Mary. Try and go into her head.
Mary. Come on.
Slippy ain't scared anymore. Whoa.
it all just fades to black.
Where are we? Whoa. Ah. Ah. Oh, I know this map. Okay, I have sharpshooter on me. I'm about to be shot by an arrow for some reason. Ooh. Oh, hi Mary. Hi Jack. Hi horse. I keep being cut back. Stuff. Ooh. Right.
So
Yeah.
we blink and suddenly we are here.
What is the lighting situation in this place?
I think you might be muted, Liam.
Yes, I am. Like a dum-dum. There is lightning, there is thunder, it is dark. It's practically pitch black. There is no starlight, no moonlight. There's just sudden flashes of lightning that strikes that illuminates your surroundings.
I cast light.
Yeah?
Is it raining?
Yes. Rain and thunder. It is a storm.
Gonna call out for Jack and Mary.
Yeah, you shout out and you can barely hear your own voices. It is that loud. The rain is literally deafening.
Is the terrain clear or
Mud,
blurry?
rain, but blurry.
Can we see anything in the distance?
Rain. Just rain.
I guess we
Thunder.
just follow the path.
Yeah.
North or south?
There is sound because of the rain and the thunder, and it's just, it drowns everything out.
I will try to look for tracks on the road, see if I can see what direction things would be moving.
You see tracks on the ground. They're blurry, but there are tracks.
He's looking for
Oh.
what direction they're moving.
It's all mud and blurry on top of that. There isn't really much you can find.
What do I
Is
see
there-
ahead of me this way?
It's blurry and looks like mist past the rain.
Blurry mist. About this way.
You don't
I
know yet.
can't make out a direction.
Is it clearer this way?
Yes. For as much as you can tell from, all the rain, but yes, it's clearer. Clearer.
Uh,
There we go. And as
I'll try to take some shelter under this tree.
you do, as you all start making it there, suddenly a cart comes barreling from around the corner.
Hide in a bush.
I need everyone who's on the road to make a dex save.
Did I have time to hide in a bush with Lauren?
Nope.
Balls.
Do I roll dexterity too?
Technically, you would have gotten there first, so you get advantage. But yes.
Okay.
While you're doing all of that, I'm just going to bring out
oh,
yeah. Harmony.
I don't like this.
You get smacked by the cart on the way.
Ow.
However, you don't really take much damage. You get pushed to the side, but you don't actually get hurt.
Oof.
Everyone else managed to jump out of the way.
Can I try and grab hold of the cart as it goes past?
You would maybe be able to try if what is about to happen doesn't happen. You see two other people riding on the cart before there's a bolt of lightning and they are suddenly cut in half.
Damn.
Holy hell!
You hear a roaring thunder from the cliff this way, to the southwest of the cart, before the horses, as well as two very small young shapes, start barreling this way.
Question.
Yes.
Do we still have that spooky sort of vibe in this place?
No. Yes, it is. It's not spooky in the same way as it was with Slip. But yeah, you feel scared, you feel cold, you feel tired. But it's
If
very
it's
different.
If the cart's careening out of control, I'm definitely going to try and get up there and rein it in.
Yeah, you can run for it. Athletics.
Do I see any sort of creature from where the lightning came?
Oh yeah. You cannot see it because too far away, but I'll just move you closer. You see that.
Oh.
You see
Oh.
something standing up on the cliff, holding bolts of lightning. And it just threw one that cut those two people in half, and they are kind of splattered all over the ground.
Do I see this too?
Oh yeah, you all saw it. You all heard that. Kaida, your ears are ringing. You have a in-game migraine too. My condolences.
Damn, can never get rid of the migraine.
Yeah, Cole, you jump up
Yeah.
on the cart and
Yep.
you skirt. You don't manage to grab a hold of the reins, but you skirt literally by the side before twisting and crashing over.
Dante Inferno, calm down, come on.
You shout and there is no reaction.
Any reaction from Jack and or Mary?
Nope. Cole, you however get tossed off. You can make a dex save to try to grab the edge because you're about to get flung off the cliffside.
Uh-oh.
You grab the edge. What? Cole jumped up trying to get a hold of the cart. Didn't work out. What is everyone else doing?
Slep is gonna see
I'm
that this whole collision happened and he immediately like runs to see what's happened and if people are okay.
Alright. Harmony?
I try to hide from the line of sight of the guy with the lightning bolts by pressing my back onto the mountain cliff thingy.
Yeah. Stealth. Lauren.
I Can I tell what that creature is from all the way down here?
You don't even have to make a roll for the most basic fact, but you can roll history or survival, possibly even nature. Pick one of those. Harmony, you duck, tumble, you roll, end up under the bushes, and you have never been more hidden in your life.
I mean, I'm still glowing. I'm just taking cover.
Yeah, but you're still more hidden than you've ever been before. Lauren, this creature is standing up on a mountain that is very high, and you can see the outline of them very clearly. They are a giant. You know that much. Kaida, you doing anything?
I don't think so. Maybe follow the card.
Alright.
Once I get there, do I see like Cole hanging along the edge?
Oh yeah.
Cole will be pulling himself up.
Yeah, Slep is gonna help him up and then check on Jack and Mary.
No issue. You get up, Cole. No problems. Especially with Slip's help. There are two kids lying on the ground, battered, bruised, and bleeding. And the cart, well, I'm just going to make this as easy to see as possible, since you should be able to see the health bar. It got hit once, and then crashed into all of this. One of its wheels got caught on the edge of this, which caused it to spiral out of control and crash the way it did.
I don't know if this is a memory or if what I did made a difference, but I couldn't just leave it. Go over and check the kids, see how their
Ah.
injuries look.
Are you two okay?
There's no reaction and they look unconscious.
Slope is gonna try and, like, cover them, I guess, with his body.
You do. Nothing else happens.
Why is that glowing?
Fire is starting to burn.
I
got struck by lightning.
instinctively pull out my decanter and try and put out the fire.
The actual cart collapses in of itself as it crumbles from the force of the decanter.
I'm gonna, like, pull Mary away from the cart itself, trying to, like, move her heel.
You try, and she crumbles as you grab her arm.
It's the same as in your dream. It's all memory. It's not. We can't change it.
No, but you all were able to interact with me, and I interacted with you.
Which means Mary and Jack have to be here somewhere.
This isn't Jerry and or Mac. Jack, thinking that they're like kids or something. Their physical bodies are. Oh my god, there's two Marys and Jacks.
Do I see them?
Would you see them up on the cliff when you're hiding under the bushes?
Oh yeah, I am. Like
Yeah,
I
well,
did
I
specifically say
I
I'm
think
staying
Kaida
from-
sees them.
Oh yeah.
Would I see them?
Roll perception check. It's really dark.
Me as
but,
well.
Yeah, but there are lightning strikes that illuminate from time to time. Yeah, Lauren, you spot them. Jack, roll a perception check.
Oh, that's me. I targeted for some reason. I don't remember clicking on Jack.
Accidentally.
We have control. We have control over some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember clicking on him. Was the thing.
Yeah, you spot them. You see this big thing take out another bolt of lightning and it's about to throw it when you see what looks like a magic hitting one of its arms and something flashes like a whip. And its arm gets cut off, but the bolt of lightning still hits. It's still
Where's
flung.
the bolt of lightning aimed?
Oh, it hits the cliff right next to where you
Cole
are.
is stupid enough to try and jump in the way and block it.
Yeah, it hits you, passes through you. Nothing changes. The cliffs right here back where you were and here collapse. And the cart slowly starts pulling and getting pulled off the cliff. And the
We
fire.
can't actually touch them. We can't actually pull at them. So that's just how things happened. Based off memory, that's just how things happened. Yeah, it's
Mary,
nothing that
Jack,
we
can
deal
you
with.
hear me? I
Nothing.
will full dash towards the rock face.
I'm gonna meet up with Kaida and Koda.
It's still raining like crazy. All of you can barely hear each other screaming at the top of your lungs.
How
Harmony,
sheer
you have
is the
message,
rock
right?
face?
Is it Harmony that has message, or is it Lauren who has it?
Harmonies.
I do.
I would. Okay, then maybe try and use message to tell Jack and or Mary that we're down here.
You would be
I
very
do
much
that?
aware that this is more than 120 feet away.
What
Uh,
if
we stand out. If I see that Cole is unharmed by the lightning, I can just go here and stand out, and if they recognize me as I wave my arms around, hello?
Try
I say.
something showy. They can't hear us. And Cole's gonna start trying to climb the cliff.
You
I mean, I
do.
have a light cantrip on me, and I also can just like shoot firebolts out of my hands like a flare.
That is true. But then you all snap back.
To reality.
Yeah. As if none of this happened. And it's... You feel that it is definitely going to repeat itself. Well,
Okay. Let's try and get to them as quick as possible.
I don't know if I can climb that cliff. Can I?
You managed to make yourself float, didn't you,
Uh,
in Slipstream?
Could I?
No, I didn't.
Lauren? Yes, you can climb because you have a climbing speed.
Yeah, say I use feline agility. Would I be able to make it quick enough up there?
You do realize that it takes a little bit of time before the cart arrives, so if Jack and Mary can make it up, you can probably do so too.
Okay, I will.
Let's go, bud. Cole will climb
I'll
up.
try to climb.
Yeah? Considering the fact that you can kick the stone wall and make literal footholds for yourselves, you can all climb up.
Flip is just gonna chill at the bottom here.
You do make it up and it's a mass of blur and then mist right past the mountainside as if there's nothing there. There is a lot more visibility up. There's a lot more visibility up here as if there is a much longer trail that leads to this place. And you do see flashes of lightning coming from generally where you are, going northwest, where the cart came from. And slightly in the distance, you see two people running in this general direction.
Question.
Yep.
Do the people who died, do we
They're not
see
there
some
on the
sort
map.
of familiarity or
You were not close enough, you did
familiar
not expect them. You did not get close enough, you didn't inspect them, and they got torn apart. You could probably check if you want to go down there.
Cole's going to try and get Jack and Mary's attention. Easier as their approach.
Yeah.
Jack, Mary!
As they run up, Mary's slightly confused and Jack goes, "Oh yeah, you guys!" kind of look on his face.
How many
Okay.
times have you replayed this?
They look at each other and go, kind of confused, but go shrugging, very much like twins, like, I don't know.
Okay.
In unison.
Yeah.
Flip, we had to find a different memory in where he was trapped. We saw his birth.
They both cock their head with a, wait, what?
You need to find, I think, something warm, familiar, safe. And from what I've seen, that's going to be really fucking hard.
Yeah, you can say that. Jack told me that apparently this is... He was in Slip's place too, but he came here and he said that it's the most terrifying moments of our lives. I can't say he's wrong.
Yeah, well, trying to
Relatable.
change things just resets them.
Yeah, we tried different things too. At
Have you
least
tried? I don't know. When this all happened, who saved you? How did you survive?
no one saved us. They just left us to die. They point in the general direction where they came from. There's more than one cart, and they're all racing. And
You
there's
didn't die though. How did you survive that?
they maybe assumed that we were dead. I don't know. She would point
Okay.
towards the cliff and say that they then woke up on the side of that cliff, with the cart almost having tipped over the cliff. The horses still hitched, holding on to the cart throughout the entire night. And both of them woke up battered and bruised, but alive.
Lauren, you got an idea?
Oh, now the giant showed up.
Yep. And it repeats.
It's about to hit the card. Oh, did it already do that?
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the giant here? Anything?
They just shrug. They don't know anything. They
I
don't.
feel
I'm
like
gonna,
We've
I'm gonna
traveled.
look.
We've traveled the longest road practically our entire lives. But this was our first trip from the west to east that we can remember. On the way, we paid a toll at a place much further west to let safe passage. But apparently there was a conflict between the giants, and the tribute didn't go to the ones guarding it, but to some rogues, or bandits if you want to call them that.
Okay.
A band of rogue giants.
And you've never come across these giants again.
No.
Slep is gonna just wait by the cart and everything, and he's just going to watch the events unfold here, unless a time skip happens again or
Okay.
time resets.
I peer over the edge to see these people and see if they have any um what do you call that? Family
Familiarity.
resemblance.
You would have to go all the way down if you want to check them.
Fine, go.
Can I
I'm gonna
try
s-
to
Go on, buddy.
can I try to stop the giant from attacking the card?
How? How would you like to attempt to stop them?
Attack him with a dagger?
You stab, and you cut it. It crumbles a little bit, but it doesn't
Buddy,
react.
remember, it's a memory. If we destroy too much of it, we'll just get blasted back. I'm gonna study it for any markings or anything that I can use to try and track down their
Everything,
drive.
and I mean everything about it is blurry. There are no details.
Colors.
Nothing. It's all just grayscale. It's occasionally lit up by the lightning bolts, and that gives it a purplish tint. But considering Jack and Mary are half elves, only have 60 feet of dark vision, and they were way down there. They could only see the outline of this thing because this thing is literally throwing bolts of lightning. But Jack and Mary would also tell you that we've crossed this path on our way back west and back east several times, but we have never seen these ones before. We always pay the toll, and they never make trouble for anyone who pays.
Anyone got any ideas on how we can get them out of here?
The well,
I
I couldn't probably hear you when you said that.
No, but you will have the
Actually.
opportunity over the several repetitions that may happen to communicate, so feel free to just talk.
Okay, so first of all, do I recognize? Do I see a family resemblance for these people and Mary and Jack?
You can roll medicine.
Not medicine.
You said that the card and both
Oh,
the little Jack and Mary, they just grumble when we try to
you
interact
say
with
not
them.
medicine,
Yeah.
my man
Right.
just got the nat 20.
Yeah. What you see is slightly blurry, and then the rain is covering them, but they look very familiar. One of them is an
Okay.
elf, one of them is a human.
Okay, so that's that. Secondly, regarding Cole's question, I think we sort of got slept to like work through their issues, and that's what I think Mary has to do to get over the curse. Like something we had to quiet a unresolved issue in the memory,
Yeah,
right?
I
So
mean,
how do we quiet this unresolved issue for Mary?
You know what? Out of
you
out of game, top table, whatever. I'm pretty sure the answer to this one is either we stay back and watch how they survived. Not only did probably the horses do something, but did they actually leave them to die? And if that doesn't work, us watching, the crash and everything, or getting um, Jack and Mary to watch what their actual fate was while they were unconscious, get them to watch that. Either that or go back up the path and see like where they were coming from, what was actually happening up there. That's my
Well,
two possibilities.
alternatively, give them some closure by having them say goodbye to their dead parents.
Why do
Oh,
you
is that
And
sound?
if
their
they can
parents?
do that,
Why does
maybe
this
that will.
sound like you're saying that with a smile? Harmony, Rubisco.
IDK,
Dude,
but yeah.
honestly, I'm not too sure, but I think just having them watch what happens because I guess in my memory, I didn't know half of that.
You mentioned that these people are less blurry than the rest of the stuff around,
The people
right?
down here, yes.
Like are they actually can we tell clear details and such?
Yeah. There are some parts that are blurred, like they don't remember their last moments, like what they would have looked like when they were cut into pieces, but yeah. There are several details that you can make out.
One way or another, it could be that viewing this entire scene and not trying to change it, but to come to terms with it, might be how. So you could be
also
onto something, Slip.
it's also easier said than done. Trauma is
It's easier
hard.
said than done because I don't particularly like Mary and Jack. So therefore, sympathizing with the two of them.
Wow.
I feel, I
Okay.
feel like
Slap favorite
My favorite. Mary and Jack, mid.
I mean, it's kind
Okay.
of hard not to love the innocent, weirdly lovable creature that is like the freaking black sheep of every group.
Yeah. Besides, Jack and
Like,
Mary are not written to be protagonists that take up all the
sure,
screen time, you know, that you, the
though
players, are supposed to have,
though
but
I will say that they probably like my favorite set of the NPCs and stuff. Besides, of course, Sophie. Sophie is best.
yeah.
Okay, let's try the clinical option then.
Well,
Which is?
Mary Jack, this next reset, you need to follow it. You need to watch it all happen, and you need to let yourselves feel what you feel. Okay?
Deal?
Don't try to stop anything, no matter how much it
Painful.
claws at you.
I still
Persuasion.
feel like I'm also just gonna say this top
Yeah.
table again, but I still feel like the whole fact of just continuing to watch where this goes, like with the trailer with the caravan and everything, like actually seeing what happens. Because they don't exactly know what happens because they were unconscious.
Yeah, that's the thing, for clarity. When Mary falls unconscious, there is no memory left. She cannot remember things from when she's unconscious, and it ends and it snaps back. You would have
So
seen the
that's our
last.
time limit.
Yeah. You would see her barely conscious, breathing on the ground, and then falling unconscious, reset.
Can I also try to persuade them both since, I mean, can I also do the skill check since that was
One
kind of
more
part
person
of.
can do so.
I
Lauren?
was gonna,
I
I
would
was
like.
gonna say, I go up to Mary and try to grab her hand and
Yeah.
tell her that she can't change the past, and so uh, the only way
Don't
to
even
keep
try.
moving forward is to accept what happened.
Damn. Mary and Jack had like murder, um, freaking trauma. I just had
This is very
identity
Batman's
trauma.
origin story.
Our parents were gunned down in an alleyway by a 100-foot giant. Hmm.
Well, they're not 100 foot, but yeah. But yeah, roll for it, Lauren. Persuasion.
Sure.
Mary looks
Oh.
visibly distraught by the very idea and the concept, but she agrees to do it.
I do little baby eyes towards her as I tell her that.
Puss in Boots.
She gets this smirk where, oh, that's not fair. That's not fair. You. She calls you a furball, but she does it so not in an insultive way, but more like she's upset right now and she just needed to vent.
You.
I'm very tempted to pick Lauren up like a shotgun and pretend to cock him, pointing at her.
Well, as she says that, I try to hug her.
She lets you.
More-
Jack just
Okay.
jumps right into and just hugs. And you
Let's
see
get this reset going, shall we? And I'll turn around and just punch the hell out of the giant.
Yeah, you punch their foot. You can't even reach their ankles.
No, but I will full haymaker this thing into oblivion.
You try. It throws the last lightning bolt. And then it just appears to turn and look away at other things. And reset.
Ooh, can I get a last minute insight onto the way it looks at the other things? I'm guessing the other things are the rest of the caravans.
Yeah, but everything is blurry. You don't even have facial features on this thing. This is what Mary saw literally from way down a cliff, looking up at this thing, holding a bolt of lightning in its
Is
hand.
it more like a colored silhouette?
Yes, like that. If you were to take just splashes of color and throw it, like literal droplets of color, to give it a general vague outline that, oh, this is a humanoid shape, I remember that, but
I'm just wondering whether or not this was less of a, oh, the tribute didn't make it, and whether it's more of an assassination hit. Someone from the caravan wanted them gone.
But also,
this would not be.
getting a giant to do this. That's a high order.
Jack and
Yeah,
Mary.
for something so petty.
Yeah, Jack and Mary would let you know that this is not the same caravan that you're running with now. First of all, this was the old caravan. That was a merchant's caravan that they were part of. But after their parents died, they picked up what they could, they traveled, they sold, and eventually when they reached the capital of East End, after several trips back and forth, their cart ended up getting nearly destroyed. They got it repaired, ended up in debt to the merchants who hired all of you to escort this caravan that you are currently escorting.
Yeah, no, I don't necessarily think it's in relation to the job we're doing now. I'm wondering if someone was jealous.
They
Someone had
cannot
a
say that
vendetta.
they know or remember.
No one.
Go
Have you
ahead.
interacted with anyone from that life?
They just
Does
look at
anyone
each
from
other and
back then?
they just shake their heads. They went through the
No.
corpses or what was left of them and what wasn't flushed off the cliffs.
So all of them died. All the rest of the caravans.
They didn't find any survivors in the next town they went to. They haven't heard anything over multiple
Okay.
trips over multiple years.
You've never come across any. Right.
No.
Okay. So
They have asked around, but they stopped doing that literally last time they traveled from the west to east.
okay. Let's see if this plays through and see if anything changes.
Wait. Has anyone also realized that Jack doesn't have the exhaustion, doesn't have, what we had?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
not
Mary does.
affected.
No, Jack's just staying by
Jack is
Mary's
That's just
side.
there.
He's been getting sleep. He's just
Yeah, so what's the difference between the twins?
It was
had
Mary who was
curse.
affected.
You and
Jack
Mary
didn't.
interacted with the cursed armor.
Yeah. Well,
She tried to
of
remove
course.
that, and it went poorly, and you rolled a d100.
Yeah.
Which caused, since you rolled low, it did separate you, but that seems to be what have caused this curse to take a hold of you and make you sick in the first place.
I mean, I was just thinking like maybe Jack got over this event and Mary just hadn't. So maybe Jack was like the key to helping Mary get over it.
You can roll an insight check because, like I said, you have multiple times to go over this.
Yeah.
Oh no,
It's-
I'm
'cause I
pretty sure
feel like
Jack
it would
is
be
still deeply traumatized.
Oh,
no, but like think about it. Who knows Mary the best out of any of us? Who can sympathize with her? Fuck.
you, of course. No one else.
Mary, listen to me. I
You're a
understand.
slime. I'm a slime.
We were just we were just in this whole dream moment here. You're a magic user. I can grow big. I understand your pain. This guy's a giant. I don't grow that big. I
She's
know how it feels.
confused.
His voice is comforting. His words are not.
What
No.
makes you say that? Oh, now I don't feel no.
You
I become like a dark, like a really dark kind of gray. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
For the rest of you, you could, even in the rain and the storm, see Jack's face pale. He isn't feeling good about this either.
I'm just gonna be quiet for now.
Yeah. Anything else besides that you want to look into, Harmony?
No. But like, does the fact that they're sort of trying to witness what's happened, does that make Mary sort of, do I feel like she is coming to terms with it?
Oh no, not at all. In this turn, she jumped up on the cart because they start at the opposite end of this here travel. They jump up on the cart, they travel along with it, they watch it, nothing, all the way until she falls unconscious and it resets. They also go to their parents and they say that they've already done so. They say a prayer, they try to come to terms with it, they say goodbye. Doesn't help either.
Ah,
Everyone here can roll insight or intelligence
Do
check.
I just
History.
give up now?
I mean, if you want to.
I mean, I rolled the nat one last time. That's all I'm saying.
Harmony, you have Vildakan Dispassion. You are not good with emotions. No wonder you don't like Jack and Mary, you heartless, soulless bastard.
You still rolled higher than me.
Yep. Slip, you have no idea. Cole, Lauren, and Kaida. What's the difference between where you are right now and where you ended with Slip?
there was a different place,
And what was that place?
a place that was
where it
safe,
started.
comforting, warm.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are in this
This
memory,
time
and you are in this memory, and where would that place be in this
we're
memory?
gonna hightail it past where the caravan starts. We're gonna see if we can see what came before. I mean,
You run, and there's just a wall of mist after a haunted jog from everyone and a reset.
All they've ever had as a home is the cart, so it would be, by the way.
How can this heartless, soulless bastard figure that out?
Yeah,
Logic.
Because they couldn't let go of the cart. That's why. Because was so stressed that like 2 sessions ago, we could have escaped so quickly if they could let go of the cart.
Yeah,
That's why I know.
there is that, and well, how are you supposed to go ahead of the main caravan without a cart, without horses, without provisions or supplies or camping gear or anything?
so where with Slip we had to go back to the beginning, perhaps. Huh. I don't know. I mean,
There's
everything
no
fades
memories
out.
of the end.
Yeah.
I think we should go into the cart with Mary and Jack.
It's worth a try.
Here we go.
Oh, she's already left.
Yeah. Well, you get to the cart. The only time where you will really have an opportunity to inspect it is when it's rolled over on the side. at the cliff face, but
The
you can
usual.
easily enter it. You could try meeting it halfway and then trying to jump on top of it and then jump into it and then try to inspect it on the inside while it's rushing on a cliff face over uneven rocks. But yeah, you can easily make it in. When
I
you're
mean,
go ahead.
even when Cole was struck by lightning, it just went through. So even if it's on fire, we probably could still get in.
Mhm. You surmise as much. You'll wait for it to end up where it currently is. It rushes past you and crashes like this. And it starts catching fire on the inside. What do you all do?
Try and head in.
Easy enough. The cart looks different. It looks beaten up, and there are different things attached on the outside.
I would have guessed that's beaten up.
Yeah. But the inside looks different too. There are a whole bunch of things lying on the ground broken that you don't recognize. There's an actual bed inside, like for 2 adults, that is not actually part of the cart anymore anyways.
And nothing inside of the card is blurry.
Nothing. Everything is crystal clear. You also do see that there is a bunch of cloth that has caught fire in the corner and that it is spreading.
Did Jack and Mary head in?
Yes, they would head in.
What's on the cloth?
Just a bunch of clothes that got scattered around and, hit a lantern.
Uh, hmm.
Can I investigate to find out if there's anything of interest here
Yes,
that
you
might?
can.
Investigation. Cole, you probably want to do this TBQH because once again, I'm trying to attempt a knowledge check that I'm not good at.
2 people can roll. You say that and then you roll 20,
Yeah.
but
I can try to roll if you want.
yeah, since Ken is muted currently, then,
Yeah.
then go ahead, Lauren. Kaida would also shout out that she feels like someone is watching all of you again.
Oh. Investigation?
Yep.
Nah.
You are distracted because it smells like fire. It looks like fire. Harmony just walks in like it's nothing.
Can I actually feel the fire inside?
Yeah, it feels warm like fire. Harmony
Oh, I
just
get
shrugs
out
it
of
off and walks into the fire and starts poking around. You don't take any damage. It feels warm. Uncomfortably so, but your dispassion makes you you shrug it off.
Mm-hmm.
You do find something. A painting. In the very back that is slowly catching fire.
What's on the painting?
A painted family picture
I show it to the twins.
You take it out.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
And show it to the twins.
They both look at it, and Mary is going to try a con save. And she succeeds. Her exhaustion is reduced by 1.
Well,
Who are they? Who is it?
Our parents. The corpses you saw before were blurred and not as detailed, but this picture is perfectly crisp. And you hear a howl from the northwest of where the cart came from. And the dream doesn't end. Mary should have fallen unconscious and it should have reset, but it hasn't.
What
And
can you tell us about them? Who were they?
our parents, they raised us. They just look at each other like, what else are we supposed to say?
Their names. What were their names?
And they just stop and look at each other. I don't know.
Right, everyone, look for a ledger. Look for something. No guarantee, but maybe.
Is there anything that I can see on this direction?
Oh well, the rain has stopped moving and is floating mid-air. There's a bolt of lightning in the distance that stopped moving. And you hear howling from the northwest. And it's slowly getting louder. Less of an woo and more like hauntingly horror-esque. You look inside, there are some books, but even if you grab them, they just crumble.
I'll look for any carvings on the inside of the caravan near the bed.
You do, and you do find 2 names written inside of a heart. Rose and Jonathan.
I will just turn to them, Rose and Jonathan.
And they are just going to stand there momentarily, just baffled and dumbstruck.
Look at this. Head of the bed, carved in. That's love.
Her exhaustion is gone. And you all wake up.
Uh-oh.
I'm just going to move you all back to the shop as all of you are going to get literally flung outside of the circle. As that thing spews out the manifests.
Where? I don't see anything.
Uh-oh.
Oh, because I need to
We're
activate
not
the...
on the shop, by the way.
Yeah, I'm moving you all there.
Oh,
Yeah,
hi there.
you all get flung out from that circle and away from it. So yeah. That. It appears...
Is it dead?
No. It's trying to howl, but no noise whatsoever, and it tries to move and thrash about, but it seems to be
I'm-
trapped.
What do we
I
do
look
now,
at Sophie.
Sophie?
It's
I
in a
look at
magic
Sophie.
circle.
Yep. It is in a magic circle. Well, I
Kill
couldn't.
it?
Well, I couldn't just, sit by and do nothing.
Do we kill it?
If you attack it, the circle breaks. Truthfully, I think it's a better idea if I just seal it up a little bit and then call for a really powerful cleric.
Ah.
And she throws in a ball of holy war and this thing hisses. Well, it's not
Cool.
undead.
It's a fiend.
Nope. Holy war did nothing. Don't worry. I'll figure it out eventually. I'm just gonna...
I
She
mean,
just gets down and starts working on, well, that.
yeah,
Magic circle.
just do your usual experimentation, I guess.
Yep. I'm just gonna strengthen this magic circle about 100-fold, just to be on the safe side.
I'm gonna wave at the weird ghost demon thing
It
and
turns
leave.
at you and opens its jaw way too much, and you leave.
I open
Okay.
my body to simulate it as I leave.
That you do.
Well, I can't
I'm moving you.
move my token. There.
I think I'm gonna have to call it a night there.
Yep. I was
Yeah.
thinking that as well.
Sounds good to me.
Since
Whatever
Kaida is
you call
also not here, I thought it might be a good idea.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's call it there.
Thank you all for playing.
Thanks for
See you
having us.
next week.
Easy.
Yeah.
See you
So
tomorrow.
time
See you other guys
to
next week.
type down everything of bits of lore that's just been added because all that was improvised, and I don't actually know anything about freaking Slip Past. So all that was improvised.
Mhm.
I hope I didn't just make myself a bunch of continuity errors or anything like that.
Oh no, you didn't. I was quite thorough.
Not yet.
Also, your background is subjective to memory. Memory changes day by day.
Well, no. So the whole thing is, that whole like moment of fear thing. I was just mainly going off the fact that I was just, because like I was like just randomly appeared in the forest, and then I found the cart and stuff. So that's when I'm really playing off. I have no idea if like where the cave is and stuff.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go,
Yep.
guys. Just see you
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
Same
See
here.
ya.
Take care, guys.